Thank you very much. My name is Emund Yakani, Executive Director of SEPO, one of the civil society leaders who attended the reopening of the Parliament after the 6 months period of recess. And we have witnessed opening speeches of the Parliament. And among the speeches of Right Honorable Speaker and then the speech of His Excellency President. My takeaway from the speech of His Excellency President is that the President have directed the Parliament that this year budget, which is for the fiscal year 2025-2026, have to be election focused. So we hope to see that if the MPs resume their sessions, they will look into the aspect of the budget have to be election focused. But also we are aware that the MPs will endorse the speech of the President into policy. I hope that they will take serious messages from the speech of the President. Among the key messages from the speech of the President, number one is that the President have called for us as civil society, religious leaders and other stakeholders to abstain from using hate speech and hostile propaganda which is fueling violence. You want to make sure that violence is there and violence is being prevented, and we all work towards peace and stability in the country. That's based on the appeal made by His Excellency President for our civil society, religious leaders and then other institutions. Secondly, message that I pick from the speech of the President, it's the President saying citizen needs services. They don't need promises or words. So this means we need to translate all the promises we made into an action for the best interest of the South Sudanese citizens. And of course, one of the South Sudanese, what they want is they want to see peace and stability in the country. And also His Excellency President have conveyed a message to the opposition that their doors are open for peace and reconciliation. And I think peace and reconciliation is the biggest call that President have made, and he have asked opposition to join the board for peace and reconciliation. And I hope that also His Excellency President will translate the language of peace and reconciliation for free release of the detainees who are now under detention because of political disagreements. We wish that all political disagreement should embrace culture of peace and reconciliation. That's very important. And of course, President have made it very clear that elections is the only viable way for transition the country from violence to peace. But this election require an agreeable upon condition so that we can use election as the best option for transitioning from violence to peace. So those are the key messages that I walk away from the speech of the President. The other message I walk away is that President have said corruption is non-negotiable. Unfortunately, corruption up to now is on the peak. Though President have mentioned in every speech almost that whenever he delivers, he issue the question of calling people to abstain from corruption or fight corruption or stand up against corruption. My final call that I like to make as a civil society leader after witnessing the speech of His Excellency President and of the Right Honorable Speaker, I want to call upon the parliamentarians. The ball is in your hand by the call of the President. People want services, people doesn't want promises. And to the parliamentarians, for people to see services from your end as MPs after opening of the Parliament, it is for you to hold the executives accountable. We have seen several times His Excellency President have made similar statements. His subordinate executive downplayed and the MPs are not holding the executive accountable. The Parliament is open. We will be with the Parliament. We'll be with you. We'll be working with you. We'll ensure that the Parliament have hold the executives accountable and the executive met the promises made by His Excellency President, because President have made it very clear the country does not want promises. They need services. So this would I like to express it. And as also President have called for elections to be the only viable way for transitioning the country from violence to peace, I wish that restrictive civic and political space should be opened up. We don't want to see restriction, censorship of media in accessing information, restriction of events, and restriction of civil society engagements. We want to make sure that peace prevail. And finally, President have made very clear that the MPs should work together to ensure election and transitional justice come to place. My call that I turn it back to His Excellency President is, let us establish the transitional justice institutions as urgent, as quick as possible, as an institution that can create harmony and reconciliation and forgiveness among people. Thank you very much.